Hundreds of sightings, thousands of leads, a worldwide manhunt, all have yet to solve the disappearance of Madeleine McCann.
Every day, the search for Madeleine McCann seems to take a new twist.
The parents of Madeleine are no longer suspects. However, they are still without their daughter.
This one's a real mystery.
Now, with the official investigation shelved and still no answers,
It went terribly wrong.
the haunting evidence team takes over, stepping into the mind of the abductor
I see him.
to uncover the dark truth about what really happened to Madeleine.
You put her in the trunk of the car.
And the search for clues
Madeleine?
becomes a terrifying journey into the unknown.
Oh, man.
Just days shy of her 4th birthday, Madeleine McCann was quietly taken from her bed and has not been seen since. For investigators, the trail has run cold, but the haunting evidence team hopes to blow the case wide open.
Team, we've arrived in the streets of Praia de Luz, Portugal, where we will be investigating the May 3rd, 2007 disappearance of 3-year-old Madeleine McCann.
The British girl vanished while with her family on vacation in Portugal. Please continue to pray for Madeleine. She's lovely.
She'd been sleeping in her hotel room with her 2-year-old twin siblings while her parents had dinner at a restaurant across a courtyard.
A global publicity campaign was bolstered by a multi-million-dollar reward for information.
This is the Ocean Club. Behind us is the apartment where Madeleine disappeared from. I'd like the two of you now to separate and gather your initial impressions. Carla, I'd like you to walk up the street towards the apartment. Okay? And John, why don't we have you go around to the other side of the property?
Despite more than a year of active investigation, only one thing is known for sure. The Ocean Club is the last place Madeleine McCann was ever seen. John and Carla's mission is to find out what happened to her.
My process is going to have to be to try to come up with information that I don't know so that we can hopefully add something to the investigation. My psychic target here is I'd like to see that week leading up to the disappearance, and I'm getting an impression of a very, very happy child. I think that Madeleine was having a wonderful time here. I see her very happy, playful, outgoing child. That's what I get.
While John opens himself up to Madeleine's energy, Carla focuses in on one of the earliest twists in the official investigation.
Jerry and Kate, the parents.
Now, in a shocking development, Kate has been declared an official suspect. Jerry McCann called the allegations ludicrous.
When I get the family and they're concerned with having a good time. They're here on holiday. Put the children down and then go hang with the adults. I think this is one of those places where you could just leave your doors open. Nobody's really gonna steal your things. You could feel pretty safe going down to the beach.
I see the parents laughing and smiling. There's nothing to indicate in the energy at all that they are about to meet with this tragedy. There's no forewarning at all. I feel this is a close family.
Look, I know that there was some concern that maybe they accidentally killed Madeleine and they were trying to cover this up. I am not getting any of that.
I know she was taken from that apartment and she's out there. And I want her back. I mean, that is all. I mean, everything else, I'm sorry, it's rubbish.
There's no accident.
Oh, I got a flash. Someone's carrying her. Someone comes into her room. Someone very deliberately and quickly comes into the room and carries her away.
You know what? I'm definitely getting intruder. I think he's been watching. He's been watching them for days now.
Coming up,
That's what I'm talking about.
I feel like that we're on to something.
the team's hunt for Madeline uncovers deeply disturbing visions.
The vibes that I get are not good.
And later,
He's in the bedroom.
a chilling late-night reading leads the psychics to question whether or not Madeline may still be alive.
Now an update on the mysterious disappearance of little Madeleine McCann. The British girl vanished while with her family on vacation in Portugal.
Someone claims they saw Madeleine McCann in Belgium and in Morocco and even as far away as Argentina.
Interpol is investigating this photograph. Two witnesses, unknown to each other, told the police they saw a little girl who looked like Maddie.
Despite reports of sightings from around the world, the haunting evidence team believes that Madeline never actually left Portugal. To begin their search, John and Carla pursue separate leads. First, John meets with local expert Sheena Rockcliffe.
We're actually standing outside the church here, which was very pivotal in the days following Madeleine's disappearance. It was suggested that because the McCanns had a key to the church, if they had been involved in some catastrophe happening to Madeleine, that they had brought the body here.
My initial feeling right now is that it's not. The parents had nothing to do with it. And the vibrations that I get here are truly just one of fellowship here. I just get a feeling of a terrible intrusion, like some outsider has come, into their home. I got a very quick image of someone picking her up, and someone just walked off with her.
Why don't we now step out and take a drive and see for some of the other areas which were particularly pertinent.
Okay.
As John and Sheena head into the hills north of Praia de Luz, Carla meets with local investigative journalist Brendan De Beer at the place where Madeline was last seen in public.
Well, basically, this is where Madeline spent her final afternoon, really. And we know that most of the day was spent here on the beach, primarily in the company of her father, according to people that work at the restaurant.
She was laughing. She has a little laugh.
The person that was watching saw that.
Her laugh is what he heard, and it attracted him to turn around. And then he looked at her and he said, "Oh, this was only one of the places he had been watching her for a very short time now." Here's the thing. He snapped off a cell phone photo. Like he was making a call, but he snapped off a photo of her.
Carla hits upon information that was only just released, evidence that was not public knowledge until after the haunting evidence team left Portugal.
Breaking news now on the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. Sources say it's possible a pedophile ring made an order for a young girl 3 days before Madeleine McCann was taken. Somebody saw Maddie, took a photograph of her, and sent it to the purchaser.